What's up, guys? We are back for this Friday slate. Had a day off of NBA yesterday. Hopefully you guys all had a great Thanksgiving yesterday. And let's get right into today's slate. So a nice 12-game slate tonight. Please be sure to drop a like on the video and subscribe before we get started. We are on a 2-game winning streak right now for NBA, looking to keep that going tonight. So, as always, if you want to join the team, you can hit the link in the description. So at point guard today, I really like the Knicks team quite a bit today. I feel like a lot of their players are underpriced, and it is one of the best matchups you can ask for against the Pelicans. And ever since the Knicks have gone with this new starting lineup the past couple days, they've looked really good offensively. So I think they're going to keep that going tonight, and it's another great matchup, fast-paced matchup here against the Pelicans. So let's start it off with Trey Burke at 4,400. The Trey Burke season has officially arrived, just like last season where he had like a stretch of games where he was posting monster scores. He looks like it's going to happen right now after he's coming off a couple of big games last week with a 59, 40, and 31 in limited minutes off the bench. Saw 32 minutes last game. He's still coming off the bench. He might jump into the starting lineup after that performance. But either way, Dave Fizdale, he doesn't run regular rotations if guys starting. The bench player sometimes plays more than the starters. Like Hezonja was starter last game and he only played like 16 minutes. So for the Knicks, you don't really have to look at who's starting and who's not. Just look at who's in the rotation, and Trey Burke's definitely going to get 25 to 30 minutes. And if he is rolling like he's been, he could easily push for over 30. So 4,400 in this matchup against the Pelicans, absolute lock. Another Knicks player that I like is Tim Hardaway Jr. at 7,200. So another guy that should excel in this fast-paced nature. His minutes are super secure. He's playing like 36 to 38 minutes every game, in close games especially. This game here in New York, the Knicks just upset the Celtics in Boston. They hung really tough with the Trailblazers. I think this game is going to be pretty close here. And Tim Hardaway at 7,200 has flashed that 45 to 50 point upside a few times this year. We know he can definitely fill it up, and this game should be pretty high scoring. So definitely love me some Tim Hardaway tonight. A value option that I really like today is KCP. Cadwell Pope of the Lakers. He's really cheap, still at 3,500. He is seeing good minutes off the bench now that Rajon Rondo broke his hand. So ever since Rondo broke his hand, he's been seeing a lot of minutes, at least 25 minutes in 3 straight games. And he's been very consistent scoring the basketball. He has at least double-digit points in 6 straight games. At 3,500, you only need 21 DraftKings points for 6x value. Anything over that is icing on the cake, and he definitely has flashed, close to 30 DraftKings points when he has gotten those minutes this year. And against this Jazz team, who is definitely overrated, they are not as good as they were last season. Defensively, they're not as good either. So definitely like some Lakers here. They're going to go underpriced because whenever any team faces off against the Jazz, people just avoid them, like Willie Cauley-Stein and De'Aaron Fox, who I recommended in my last video. Both guys did great against the Jazz. I think KCP can be a really nice value option today. Another option that I am kind of forced to go to now is Noah Vonleh. After having 2 40-point DraftKings point outings, his price tag is still only at 4,300. So I know it can definitely be frustrating rostering Vonleh because he can get into foul trouble sometimes. But last couple games he's looked really motivated as a starter. Looks like he wants to prove his worth here. It's a great matchup against the Pelicans in a fast-paced matchup. As long as he doesn't foul Anthony Davis a bunch of times, he should remain on the court. He has seen 30 minutes both times that he started lately, and he's just been pretty good. He can even shoot the 3-ball, gets a lot of rebounds, and 4,300 is just really cheap for a guy like Vonleh who can get you points and rebounds at a high rate. I'm going to go back to Drew Holiday at the guard position. Holiday, once again, Mr. Consistency, came through last night, or 2 nights ago, with a 56-point outing. Plays a lot of minutes for the Pelicans. His role is super secure. He plays, especially without Elfrid Payton, he's averaging like 9.3 assists per game, which is near the top of the league. So he scores a bunch of points, gets a bunch of assists, rebounds well, is a great defensive guy in steals and blocks. He has gotten you, like I said last time, he's gotten you at least 40 DraftKings points, and I believe it's 17 of 18 games now. This only goes to his last 10 games, but his last 17 of 18 games, he has gotten at least 40 DraftKings points. His floor is really high. His ceiling is, like we saw last game, close to 60. I'll play him against the Knicks and Trey Burke. And then another guy that I like is Blake Griffin at 9,200. I think this guy's going to be kind of a GPP play today. He's still goes pretty low owned every night. He has that big ceiling. Price tag has come down the last couple games from 10-1 to 95 to 92. This is a price where I'm comfortable rostering Blake Griffin. Put up 56 against this Rockets team, and now they're playing them once again. This time it's in Detroit, so it's a home and home. Blake Griffin has been really good this year. He has hit over 60 DraftKings points a few times. Put up 66 against the Sixers, 60 against Toronto in his last 10. Has a lot of 50-point games. So I think Griffin at 9,200 is going to go pretty low owned here. But this Houston team has been pretty bad against power forwards. They are in the top 6 in DraftKings points given up to power forwards this year. And Blake Griffin, I think, should do pretty well in this matchup. So I like Griffin at 9,200. So that does it for the video. Those are 6 plays that I like. Thanks for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed. If you enjoyed for tonight, you can go to the dfsprocess.net. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow.